This is preferredfutures.com. You're on the course Resilience. Lesson 3. Positivity. Lessons 1 and 2 examined key ideas about both personal resilience and external assets that provide for resilience. This lesson looks more closely at one of those internal resilience assets, positivity. Positive emotions and positive thinking have received mixed treatment over the years. Non-scientific approaches have included trying to think positively regardless of the situation, but this doesn't really bring benefits. Early positive psychology practice also fell into that trap to a certain extent. More modern approaches balance the proven benefits of being positive with the limitations of positives and also stress the benefits of negatives. This approach is especially important when it comes to positive thinking. When faced with adversity, there are two separate perspectives that can be taken, and both are valid in their own way. The first is to assess the situation and realize that it is indeed a negative. This realistic assessment is necessary and healthy, as ignoring problems can bring both practical and psychological difficulties later. We need to recognize and react to negative situations in appropriate ways. Such ways include seeking help and avoiding similar situations in the future. Most of us cope with step 1 quite well. The second step is only taken by a minority of people. However, it's a hallmark of success and well-being. And this is to look for opportunity in the negativity. This is both healthy as well as extremely sensible. By definition, there is an unavoidable cost to negative situations. So the most sensible thing to do is to accept the cost but also find benefits. In the long term, this means that mistakes, calamity and bad luck cost a positive mindset person on balance less than someone with a negative or a neutral mindset. In addition, people who are able to extract some positivity from negative situations are able to recover from trauma more quickly and in many cases grow from the situation. This is the essence of resilience. A partner to positive thinking is experiencing positive emotions. In the second video of this lesson, Barbara Erickson explains how the right balance of positive to negative emotions increases our resilience. However, I would suggest that there's no such thing as negative or positive emotions. Instead, there are simply emotions, and these can be dealt with in a more useful or a less useful way. A typical example would be that of grief. There are at least 5 sets of emotions people experience with grief. These are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. At first, denial sounds like an unhelpful reaction. However, it wins time for the person faced with loss to process and the opportunity to act where action might be necessary. So in that way, it's a useful emotion. However, spending too much time in denial will result in negatives, such as not being able to process the loss fully or not coming to terms with the new situation. It's the same with anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. These are all natural reactions and have served humans for hundreds of thousands of years. And so, while grief might appear to be a negative, and it is certainly unpleasant, it is an essential and beneficial part of being human. Jon Kabat-Zinn sums positivity up very well when he says, "You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf." This can be applied to our bad luck, our thinking, and our emotions. Rather than fighting against them and likely going under in the process, we can watch them carefully and ride them to our advantage. And this lesson suggests ways of doing just that.